Welcome. This video is intended to show the process in which the Self-Reliance Group Facilitator inputs and accounts for the participants in their weekly group session. Prior to completion of this report, you as the facilitator will receive a unique email and link and instructions for you to register your respective groups. You will use this link to access the report. Accessing the report menu directly, rather than using the generated link, can produce a duplicate report and double count participants. It is important that the numbers that are entered be as accurate as possible. These numbers are reviewed and allow priesthood leadership of the church to assess effectiveness in areas of opportunity. Your accuracy also enables the record to be completed at the end of your 12-week group session and is vital to providing the participant with their certificate of completion. Further, in your first week's meeting, you should remind all group participants to keep and retain the My Path booklet from the initial devotional. They will use this during week 12 to help them complete their individual surveys. If they have discarded or misplaced this workbook, you may want to have a few blank surveys on hand at your week 1 meeting to provide these individuals so that they can accurately record their week 1 measurements. Prior to reporting, the facilitator should visit srs.lds.org/reports and pre-print the official group attendance form, which will collect all of the relevant information needed for an accurate week 1 report. This can be done by scrolling down under group registration and selecting download form. Printing and utilizing this form in your week 1 meeting will allow you to collect all of the information that is necessary to complete your report. As mentioned earlier, you may want to have a number of blank surveys on hand. This can be done from the same page by scrolling down to the end of group report and certificate request and selecting on download form. Scrolling past the first 2 pages brings you to the blank survey form. Printing a few of these on hand will allow each of the participants to record their week 1 measurements. To complete your group registration form, again, click on the link that was sent to you in the automated email, which will bring you to this page where you can select under group registration, enter information. The first page that you will come to is a privacy statement provided by the church. Prior to you entering in your participant information, it is expected that each participant has approved of this. This can be done by providing copies of the privacy statement that was given to you by your self-reliance specialist and providing that to each of your participants in their week 1 meeting. Proceeding forward past this suggests that each individual has approved of this privacy statement. You will begin the report by selecting your title, either as a group facilitator, as a stake or district self-reliance specialist, or somebody else from your stake self-reliance committee. To demonstrate how this is done, I will choose myself as if I were a group facilitator and enter in my information as an example. This includes name, phone number, email address, and confirmation of the email address. It will then ask you for your stake or district specialist full name. It is important that you enter in the information for your specialist correctly, as after you have completed this report, they will receive a copy that they will use for their stake or individual record keeping. In this example, I will use my own information as if I were the stake specialist. Email and confirmation. You also notice these 2 navigation arrows. Please utilize these to navigate forward or backwards throughout this form rather than your browser's navigation buttons. This will ensure that the information passes correctly from page to page. It will then ask if I'm located internationally or if I am in North America. In this case, I will choose North America. From here, it will ask for your ecclesiastical area. If you are not sure which area, please search for your state or your province and proceed forward. In my case, I will choose the North America Central area. From here, it will ask further information, including my stake. We'll choose my stake. Notice also to the right, you will see the email address for your regional self-reliance manager. They, as well as your stake self-reliance specialist, are resources to you at any point. From here, it will ask what type of group that I am facilitating for. In this example, I will choose personal finances. And it will ask me to enter the date of my first group meeting. For my example, I will choose today. Again, note that this is the date of your first group meeting, not the date that you are completing this form. It will then ask you for the number of individuals that you will register. It is important that the number of people that you are registering for your group match the number of individuals for which you have information. Later in this video, I will show how to go back in and edit a report if necessary. At this point, I will choose one individual for our example. From here, it'll ask me the information for my first group member. Again, for an example, I will use my information. Continuing on with my email. And then it asks a number of questions per individual. Again, all of these will be found on the group registration form that you pre-printed as described earlier in this video. I'll choose male. I am a member of the church. I am not a recent convert. I've not recently returned from a mission. And I am a member of a stake or ward council. You will repeat that step for each person that you've chosen to register. When you've completed entering information for all of your participants, it will bring you to this final page. From here, if you are ready to submit your report, you choose Record and then the forward arrow. If you are unsure, you can navigate backwards, or you can select Delete and the forward arrow, and it will erase all of your information and take you back to the beginning. After you've completed the report, you will receive an automated email confirming all of the information that you've entered. In this example, I have redacted all of the contact information for their privacy. You will want to retain this email, and in the event that you need to update or add any participants, you can do so through a link indicated as Update Report. By clicking on this link, it will re-enter you into the original report. Now, it is important to note that when you have completed updating this report, it will send you a new confirmation with a new link. The link shown on the email before will not work a second time, and that each time you make an update, you will receive a new confirmation and a new link to update the report. Again, it is important that you follow this process in order to not duplicate information and skew any report numbers. For the individual's privacy, I will not go through this entire report, but as you can see, it is very similar to the original group registration. In fact, it will pre-populate with all of the information that you've already entered as you go through, again beginning with your location, your ecclesiastical area, your stake, and so forth. From here, you will go through and have an opportunity to adjust or edit any individual's information. You can then also add additional participants as necessary. Please do not remove participants, only use this for adding or adjusting. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, please contact your stake self-reliance specialist or your regional self-reliance manager, and they will provide any support that you may need.